guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the £20 makeup challenge. I went into Superdrug yesterday with £20 cash and I filled my basket full of everything that I need to do a full makeup look, and I have kept it under budget. I think I was 5p under budget. I did make use of the different deals that they had on offer, so I think there was 2 for £10 for Rimmel, 3 for 2 across quite a few different brands. So everything collectively did come under £20, but there are so many options. I was actually quite surprised at what you could get for £20, which is great. Don't know how good the products are yet, so it'll probably be a bit of a chatty video where I talk you through how it feels on the skin and how it looks. But yeah, let's get started. So the first product that I picked up is the Rimmel Match Perfection Foundation in the shade Light Porcelain. Now, my £20 video is not going to include my makeup tools because I really did want to take this seriously and show you what you could get for £20. So I'm just going to use a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. So I'm just going to dip that in and pop it all on. Now, I actually haven't used this foundation from Rimmel. It might be a tad light for me actually. We'll need to warm that up with a bit of bronzer later. But it goes on very nicely. It's really light on the skin. It smells good as well. I'd say this is more of a medium coverage foundation, to be honest. I wouldn't say this is full, but it seems as though you can build it quite nicely, which is good. I'm really impressed with this. It's got a really nice dewy finish as well, which I'm definitely a big fan of. Now I've done the foundation, I'm going to move on to brows, and for that I picked up this MUA brow pencil. I got it in the shade Brunette, and it comes with a brush on the one end. It's quite scratchy though, so I'm not so sure if I'll be using that. And it's got the pencil on the other. Now to start with, I'm going to brush through my brows with the Morphe M158 brush. It's got a hard angle brush on one end and the spoolie on the other. You can pick spoolies up really cheap, so if you wanted to get them in bulk online, then you can keep the cost down that way. And because I haven't used this before, I'm going to go really gently. I actually found it really difficult to find any good brow products that were at the lower end of the drugstore market, which I know is probably understandable, but everything did tend to be of the slightly higher price point. So Sleek Makeup had some really lovely looking options, but they were all kind of £8 and up. And this was actually only £1. So I thought I'd give it a try and see, but it might just be that for really good eyebrow products, you do just need to spend a little bit more. So let's start by brushing through the brows. And I'm going to go really sparingly on this because I think the colour is going to be a little bit dark for me and it's going to be quite tricky to blend, I think, but let's try. I wouldn't say it's necessarily the easiest product to move, it's also quite messy, so when you're brushing through it, it's just kind of sticking to the skin, so when you're brushing with a spoolie it just ends up above and below your brow. So I know it's only £1, but so far I wouldn't really say that this is something that I'll be using again or would recommend picking up. Right, let's see if we can pull this back. I mean, I think they look so dark on camera. And yeah, in real life they don't look much better either, to be honest. I think I've got tadpole eyebrows going on. So let's just get started on eyes and hopefully it'll tone the eyebrows down as we go further. Now for eyes, what I've cheated a little bit. I tried to get a little bit creative. So in addition to this from Rimmel, I also bought the Kate kind of contour powder, I think. So it's got a highlighter, a contour and a blush colour. I actually picked these two up for £10 collectively. So that's a really good deal. And I thought I didn't actually buy any eyeshadow. What I'm planning to do is use the bronze as a bit of an all-over colour and to sculpt in my eyes a bit, so really focusing on the crease. I did pick up an eyeliner also from MUA, and this is £1. I've actually used the MUA liners before and the lip liners, and they're a damn sight better than this eyebrow pencil, so not all is lost anyway, not all is lost. So I'm going to take the bronze colour and I'm going to put this all over the eyelid and into the socket. I actually use bronzer on my eyes quite a lot. It's quite a good way of creating some definition and sculpting your eyes without really using a ton of product. So it's really travel friendly, it's quite a good thing if you're doing your makeup on the go, it's nice and simple. And yeah, we love multi-use products, it's the easy way to do things. I think that looks pretty good, to be honest. And if you don't tend to do this with your eye makeup, just look for where the orbital bone is, just pop your brush in and just follow the natural curve of the bone. So you don't need to create any fancy shape, you're just following your natural line. But I'm going to use the same brush again, so keeping it super simple, on the highlighter this time. I'm going to pop this in the corners, on the inner corners of my eye and along the actual eyelid itself. This is quite a yellowy highlighter, so it works quite nicely with that bronze. It's lovely actually. I like that, it's nice. And I'm just going to take that same highlighter underneath the brows, just to highlight my arch. Now I'm going to go in with the MUA Intense Colour Black Eyeliner. And actually I think I've learnt my lesson. I'm going to go in quite gently with this. And I do have a Real Techniques accent brush handy. I'm going to just smudge it out on the outer corners as well. I'm trying to keep this as close to the lash line as I can, but because I'm going to smudge it, it doesn't matter if it's not the neatest thing in the world. So don't worry if pencil eyeliner isn't really your thing. There's not an awful lot of movement in the liner, so I'm just gently kind of running it along the lash line to just smudge a little bit. This is going to add a bit more depth to my lashes as well when I go in with some mascara. Now I'm taking whatever's left on this accent brush and I'm just running it under the lashes. And again, this isn't being done in any specifically neat way. Now I'm going to go in and curl my lashes. You don't have to do this, it's not an essential step, but I do want my eyes to be as open as possible because I'm not quite sure what this mascara is going to be like. So I'm going to go in with these Model Own eyelash curlers. So for a mascara, I picked up the Collection Volumizing Mascara and it says 10 times extra volume, and this was $3.99. And Collection had so many mascaras, but I thought this wand looked the best. And I'm just gonna work this in a zigzag onto my lashes. And I think we want as much drama as we can get because the eyeliner is quite heavy and obviously the brows are a little dark. Doesn't smell very nice, I'll be honest. It smells quite chemically, which I'm not a fan of putting so close to my eyes, but the actual mascara is not doing a bad job. My lashes do look a lot longer. Not really sure it's giving me a lot of volume. I think it's giving me quite a lot of length, to be honest, but for $3.99 I don't think this is a bad mascara so far. I have to say, I do think I'd use this mascara again. It's really quite good at creating a bit of length to my lashes, which I like. I do think that there are some other good drugstore mascaras out there. I love the Maybelline Lash Sensational, and I really like the Max Factor False Lash Effect as well. I've loved that for years. And I think that this is really trying to replicate that Max Factor one actually. It's quite similar in packaging and the actual wand is quite similar too. Obviously it's considerably cheaper, it's under £4. Try this out before you buy one of the more expensive ones and I don't think you'll be disappointed, to be honest. Under my eyes I'm going to use this Revolution, what's it called, Focus and Fix Liquid Concealer. And the concealer was one of the last things I picked up, so I had to really stick to budget. And this was £2, so I think I got quite lucky with that. It is in shade 03 Light and it was the lightest one that they had at the counter. So I'm not sure what this is going to be like for a colour match, but hey, let's just see how we go. So I'm just making a really rough, messy triangle under my eyes and I'm gonna clean it all up. I'm gonna pop some around my nose as well. I'm really committing to this. If it's awful, then we'll find out. Right, let's give this a shot. You don't have much work time with this, so I probably should have done one bit and gone back to it, but it's blending all right. It's quite drying on the skin. The places that I've just put it I can feel are a bit, I'm not sure in the next half an hour this is going to look very nice under the eyes. It feels quite cakey. So the colour match isn't bad, to be honest. The colour match really isn't that bad, but I'm not a massive fan of the formula. I think there are better concealers on the market, to be honest, at the lower price points. The obvious go-to is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, which I actually use all the time anyway, but I just wanted to try something different for this video to mix up the products. Now I think it's about time that I warm up this very pasty complexion. So I'm gonna go back in with the Rimmel palette, and I'm gonna take this bronze colour on a Real Techniques blush brush. And I'm just gonna go in a figure of 3 all the way around my cheekbones, temples, and down the jaw. Oh, I really like this. This is lovely. That little bit of shimmer is really nice. And I just follow underneath my cheekbones. So if you're not sure, suck in your cheeks and work it up. Okay, so I am loving this palette. I think this is amazing. The fact that I've done my eyes and my face with this, I'm really impressed. I'm gonna take a bit of that blush as well, just on the apple of the cheeks with the same brush. Keep it nice and simple. Oh, that's really pretty. I like that. It's very feminine, this blush. It's a very pale pink with a tiny bit of shimmer, but not an awful lot. And then I'm gonna grab some more of the highlighter. I'm gonna pop this very gently along the tops of my cheekbones and down the bridge of the nose. Doesn't hurt to add a little bit to the Cupid's bow as well. Now for the lips, I picked up another MUA product actually, but I picked this up because I love their lipsticks. I've got a few of these, and this is in the shade number 11, and it's this kind of pinky, deep pinky nude. And I picked what I thought was a matching lip liner. There weren't any testers, and I thought that would be quite a nice match, except I've just tried them on the back of my hand, and that lip liner is basically a berry red. So I don't think I'm gonna put them together because it will look ridiculous. So actually I've come in even further under budget now. I'm gonna banish this one, which was £1. This lipstick was £1 as well, so I think that's great. I'm gonna just use it straight from the bullet rather than using any lip brushes. Right, and there we have, I think, the final look. What do we think? So guys, let me know down below in the comments whether you would guess that my makeup look looks as though it would cost under £20. I personally don't think it does. I am so impressed with the face products minus the concealer, and I think actually this just shows that you can really get creative with the products that are out there and keep the costs down. You don't have to spend a fortune on makeup if you don't want to. You can definitely create nice makeup looks. So please do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos. There are links to some of my other recent videos in the comments, as well as a full list of everything that I've used and the prices. And I'll see you next time, guys. Bye!